That movie sucked.
I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.
We were pretty miserable that night. We camped out in the woods, 100 yards from the main road, in a marshy clearing that local kids had obviously been using for parties. The ground was littered with flattened soda cans and fast food wrappers. We'd taken some food and blankets from Auntie M's, but we didn't dare light a fire to dry our damp clothes. The Furies and Medusa had provided enough excitement for one day. We didn't want to attract anything else. We decided to sleep in shifts. I volunteered to take the first watch. Annabeth curled up on the blankets and was snoring as soon as her head hit the ground. Grover fluttered with his flying shoes to the lowest bough of a tree, put his back to the trunk, and stared up at the night sky. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Taylor from Cabin 6.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13. So Taylor, do you think that all satyrs are pansexual?
I'm doing the eye flutter thing in case anybody wants to know
it's
how
so
I'm reacting.
Great for this, audio medium. It's so great.
I genuinely don't know how to react to that one.
You're welcome. You've done that, every time, though.
Sometimes I just feel hatred towards you when you say them. But in this case, I don't know how to react.
You're welcome.
Thank you, friend.
Maybe I should make that as a poll. Should we make that be a poll? Are all satyrs pansexual?
Okay, yeah, that we'll send that out. We'll make sure that's a thing that is seen by the masses.
Oh, we making notes. What happened in this chapter, Taylor? This very, eventful chapter?
Oh, so many things happened. It was so exciting. We are unfortunately still in Jersey, because everything is legal there. On the bright side, we finally get more of Grover's backstory. He aims to be a searcher for the god Pan. We also get some great narrative about the grossness of humans. We get confirmation that Charlie caught the same thing as Annabeth in the bus. Why are they asking for it rather than him? Percy falls asleep and has another shitty dream coming from the pit of despair. Good thing he is woken up by having to say hi to a poodle. Off to experience Amtrak.
I like that. The god Pam. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind being woken up and having to have said hi to a poodle.
I mean, it's a dog. Dogs are good. Dogs are good.
I don't have much by way of why the fuck are we? Because nothing happens in this chapter. We are still in New Jersey, probably close to Weehawken, if we think about where the Lincoln Tunnel comes out.
Yeah.
I will provide a side note about my hatred for New Jersey. Joe and I were looking at some data maps the other day of, which state statistically other states hate the most. And for Pennsylvania, it's New Jersey, so please know it is not just me. My favorite one on the map, though, was Florida. It was Florida. Florida just hates themselves the most.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it was, the most Florida thing. Every other state had another state except for Florida.
That's beautiful. I love it.
I just... Us in New York were going after Jersey together. All of the Northeast was going after Massachusetts, except Massachusetts. It was a good map. I had fun.
Love a good map.
Data is beautiful on Reddit. Such a good subreddit. Love it. Okay, that's it for what I have, because nothing happened.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Enough happened that I can go on some rants and some just fun talks today. I think I'm gonna...
We do have a good myth corner today.
Yeah, so in case you missed it, but I think I'm gonna start off by talking about dreams, though.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna because I have some things to say about Pan. So let's start off with the dream part. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. And I love the fact that I can just go on, like, Dream on Wikipedia, and it has the stuff that I was looking for. I was just where am I gonna find that?
It really does. It has so much, like, of the cultural meaning stuff. I thought it was all just gonna be, like, the neurobiology and psychological stuff.
I was so worried. I'm like, oh, is it gonna be, like, just all the sciencey shit? I don't want just sciencey shit.
No, it's so nice.
But, yeah.
And it's all at the beginning, too.
It goes with, like, ancient history, and then it goes into, like, the sciencey shit.
Yeah, it's so great for our needs.
Wonderful. Thank you to whoever runs the Dream Wikipedia. You're my plug.
Special shout out.
All right. So, yeah, I love this. It starts off with, like, we got some thoughts on, like, what Mesopotamians thought about dreams, and I love that we have the Epic of Gilgamesh referenced here. Because we have prophetic dreams in the Epic of Gilgamesh where, what is it? The Enkidu, doesn't he see his death? Is that what happens?
Yeah, so so Gilgamesh gets a dream telling him Enkidu's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then Enkidu gets a dream with Humbaba, the giant.
Yeah.
And then the death dream.
Yeah. Wow. Epic of Gilgamesh really said bury your gaze.
Yeah. That's not a wrong comment, no.
I mean, so did the Iliad.
Yeah.
Why did all these epics say bury your gaze? Anyway.
I mean, so does our regular society.
Yeah. Is that where society got it from? So we got some, like, prophetic dreams, like, even in, like, one of the earliest stories ever. I like this. So ancient Egyptians wrote down their dreams. That's cool. Because we write down, like, dreams and stuff now to, like, help, like, interpret them, and, like, the fact that we were doing it back then.
This is cool. They sort of saw it as, like, oracles. So whereas when we talk about oracles, we think of the oracle.
It's
previous episode. They believed that the dreams themselves were.
So, like, an oracle just as, like, the interpretation of, like, a god sending you a message through some non-direct means. And the Greeks shared the same kind of thought on that, though.
They have fucking dream beds.
Yeah. The Egyptians had dream beds.
I am not gonna ever get on there because I have terrible dreams.
I don't usually have terrible dreams, though. I do wanna. I love mentioning this now because it only happened like 2 weeks ago, but I saw the Grimm in a dream.
Oh, I forgot about that. Charlie was very despondent the next day.
The next day I was just like, I saw the Grimm in my dream. I don't remember being scared of it, but I still, like, woke up, like, as soon as it happened.
And you were just like...
And I was just like, but it's a dog. I just like the doggo. But also, is it the Grimm, or is it just Sirius Black? I don't know.
Hey. If it's Sirius Black, that's not a problem.
If I see, like, a pirate wizard, then you'll know it's... I saw Sirius in my dream. That is a deep cut. That is such a deep cut that I just made.
Yeah, you did. The other night, I apparently was dreaming, and I poked Joe in the eyes, like, both eyes at once while dreaming.
What the hell?
And I woke up when I did it. I thought I dreamed that it happened. But no, I actually poked Joe in the eyes.
Poor Joe. You put him through so much.
Okay, 2 nights before that, he punched me twice in his sleep.
Poor Taylor. Joe puts you through so much.
What we've learned is Joe and I shouldn't sleep in the same bed. So I dream a lot, and so I don't want to go on these Egyptian dream beds because I don't want any more dreams than I already have.
Yeah, well... Your dreams from the gods are that you both need to sleep in different beds. That's what your dreams are telling you.
Yeah. Or maybe we should be fierce warriors and we're just acting out our warrior dreams on each other.
Maybe.
Maybe we're secretly, like, mortal enemies and we just haven't realized it yet.
like soulmates, but for murder?
Yeah.
I love that. I just love
soulmates,
using
but
that
for
phrase.
murder.
I love that phrase. Murder soulmates. It's when you're soulmates, but like you have to kill each other, and like that's your fate.
If we ever get married, I do want you to bring that up at the wedding for me.
I will.
Thank you.
I'll purposely make a speech just to be like, and to the murder soulmates, Taylor and Joe.
And I'll salute, and everybody else is gonna be mortified. It'll be great.
You're welcome.
Okay, sorry, go back to dreams.
It was relevant, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It got off the rails
we
but...
were on topic of dreams the entire time. So that's impressive for us.
Anyway, I was trying to get to what the Greeks thought about dreams. So, the Greeks were very similar to the Egyptians. It's very much like the gods are trying to send you a message. Usually Morpheus, the god of dreams, who sends warnings and prophecies. Typically those who slept at shrines and temples. Yeah, the gods physically visited the dreamers. Fun stuff. Yeah.
Through a
so
keyhole.
It's all about
it's
divine
so
messages.
Cute. It's like they're sneaking in through a keyhole. Why is that so cute to me?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it seems like dreams, they're a lot like somebody's trying to send you a message. Yeah, so in the Chinese thoughts that they believe that like your soul kind of leaves your body for a bit. That's fun. Also kind of scary. That's fine. Did Percy's soul leave his body? Did he go somewhere?
Oh, it says in the Upanishads, they sort of say that that's the second use of dreams, too. Oh. So then you have, like, both Chinese and Indian.
Oh, I didn't see that it said Indian on there, too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Upanishads are...
I was looking at the beginning of the paragraph and not the middle.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I saw the Upanishads and got sidetracked because the Upanishads. But that's interesting that, like, both groups had that same sort of...
It's like a slightly different thing, where it's like, in Chinese, it's like 2 parts of the soul leave the body? Or no, no.
Yeah, it's only two parts.
Oh, no, 2 parts of the soul, 1 leaves the body. 1 remains the body. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You gotta love ADHD and trying to read something, but, like, not read the actual paragraph.
I don't know. This is very interesting. I'm enjoying this wiki page.
It's fun. I like this. We have to talk about fun things before I can rant. Is there anything interesting about the... I mean, it feels like it's very much like kind of like that in most like cultures. It's something about like your soul or the gods related.
Well, and it seems like even I'm looking down at like the Abrahamic traditions. It's very much similar in that, like, it is still related to God in some way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Dreams have always thought to be, like, not just, a thing in your mind. They're all, like, they can relate them to religion in some way.
Yeah.
My Chrome is having troubles now.
Aren't we all?
It doesn't want to scroll.
Oh, I love not being able to scroll when I'm trying to look at things, Chrome.
I can close it. I can't scroll though. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say about dreams.
Yeah, it's just interesting that it carries over pretty similarly in just about every religion.
Yeah, that they're like some kind of thing that you need to see, some kind of vision. Oh.
Yeah.
Something happened. It switched me to the next tab. Now we gotta talk about Pan, and like, hot damn. We got things to say about this boy. So Pan, the god that all pansexuals are attracted to, obviously.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
I don't know if I'm into goat legs. I don't know if I'm into that.
I don't know.
Like-
As having been a fawn at one point in my life.
That's fair. I could, you know what? If it's Taylor, I could be into it.
One of these days, I'll put a picture of me in my Tumnus costume on the Twitter.
Please do.
You can enjoy my lovely beard. Okay.
We all know you'd look hot in a beard.
I would. Okay, hit me with some sadness.
Sadness. We'll get there. We gotta lay the groundwork. So Pan, he's the god of like the wild, shepherds and flocks, mountains, rustic music, you know, and he's often associated with sex because goat legs are sexy, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it also says season of spring. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, fertility and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, his symbols are, like, goats and pan flutes, because, yes. If you haven't figured out by now, Pan has goat legs. Did I mention that? He has goat legs. And horns. I'm just doing this to make you laugh. I hope you know that.
I'm just, like, so focused on the statue that's, like, at the top.
You mean, like, the statue at the top? Okay, so that's from, I want to say that's from Daphnis and Chloe. And I read that for a class. That story.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's fine.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
He looks really creepy in that statue, not gonna lie.
It is very concerning.
It looks like he's like, hey kid.
You wanna get in my van?
Sex?
You wanna get in my van?
You wanna sex this goat?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. So, who are his parents? Well, I like that it just says many variations, because that is so accurate to everything. And most often, his dad is Hermes. And I have thoughts about this, but we'll get there. Oh, his siblings, the Maenads? I love the Maenads. Did I mention that?
You've mentioned a couple times.
Girls who rip people to shreds. I love them. They're just, like, really drunk fangirls. Also, it says here that the satyrs are his siblings. I have questions about that.
I'm confused by Circe being listed as a sibling.
Maybe it has something to do with one of his moms?
Yeah.
One of his mom options?
Well, because there are 3 goddess options, normally. There's the...
it doesn't... They don't seem to have any parents in common.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Percy, I don't know how you say her name, is the one I see most often, and then occasionally I see Hecate.
I feel like this is bullshit. I want to just say this is bullshit, honestly. Oh wait, maybe it's just because it doesn't include all of the parent options on there.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's very, very confusing.
Yeah.
But who Pan's family is just very confusing. He also apparently has some children who aren't super important. I mean, well, I guess Silenus is kind of important because he was a companion of our favorite bud, our favorite dude, Dionysus.
I was gonna say.
We stand Dionysus on this pod. And of course, all of his consorts are, I think except maybe Daphnis, because I think Daphnis is included in that. But all of his female consorts are girls who ended up turning into things because they ran away from him. So don't you just love that? Don't you just love that?
Love the men in these stories.
They're all problematic. But I don't think Pan is my favorite necessarily. He's not a problematic fave. He's just there.
He's in the middle. He's just sort of there.
Yeah. And obviously his Roman equivalent is Faunus, which makes sense because satyrs are called fauns in Roman stuff. I know, right? Crazy. Oh, wait, who's this one? I sometimes would associate with another one. You're still looking at that one statue?
No, at this parentage thing. And there's still nothing.
I don't know, man. I think you should give up.
I'm just
it's not
saying
worth it.
That Circe and Pan are not related. At least directly as siblings.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. I will give up on that.
You know what really creeps me out here, actually? If you scroll down to, like, mythology and erotic aspects. It has a statue of him trying to fuck a goat.
Oh my god. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very uncomfortable.
I literally just, like, I scrolled down enough to see and then, like, flipped it back up, and I was like, nope. It says he learned masturbation from Hermes and then taught the habit to shepherds.
God, Pan, you're so fucked up. Anyway, so I would like to mention here a fun little, I don't know if it's necessarily, like, true, but it's a theory that has been brought up by, some mythology nerds. Oh, Taylor is hiding. Are you still hiding from the...
I'm crying. It's so scary. Continue.
So Pan might actually be Hermes, and Hermes might actually be Pan. Just a fun thing there. They have some, like, they cover some of, like, the same, like, things. I mean, Hermes has been more like he's more broad in, like, roads and travelers, but, like, they're both still, like, I'm trying to word things. They're still both about, like, boundaries and roads and shepherds and, like...
Yeah, and teaching them to fucking masturbate.
Well, Hermes has a lot less of the sexual aspects that Pan does, though there is a fun thing. So I'll go on a little Hermes tangent here. There are these things called Herms that were statues of dicks. I think it was Hermes' head and then a dick, something like that. And they would be put at, like, certain, like, boundaries, like, on a path.
I'm unhappy.
I'm so sorry.
I often don't look up these things ahead of time because I'm always interested in how talking about them for the first time with Charlie. And this is a time I wish I had looked ahead of time.
Yeah. So I can't explain this theory nearly as well as I would like to. I'm gonna make Taylor link this, but there is an Overly Sarcastic Productions video.
Oh, good.
That it's supposed to be all about Hermes, but, like, halfway through, Red is like, yeah, so Pan and Hermes are, like, the same person. But, like, Hermes isn't technically an offshoot of Pan. Yeah.
So it's saying that it's Pan and then Hermes is, like, a subsection of Pan? Like, Pan is first?
Like, they both might have come from, like
the same origin?
An older deity, like...
Okay.
So you know how, like, Dionysus is Zagreus?
And every
like,
other thing?
Dionysus is an offshoot of Zagreus. Okay. But like Pan, there was an older version of Pan.
Okay.
And then Pan and Hermes, like, split.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I can't explain it very well, mostly because, like...
No, it makes sense now.
Yeah, mostly because, that's... I think it's mostly Red's theory. I think some other people might have said things about it, but it's not as much on this page. So I don't... I'm saying what I remember. I'm not saying as much that I could be. So yeah, I gotta get to the big thing in this chapter, which annoys me to say the least. So the great god Pan is dead. That is a whole thing that is very important in this chapter, and just it's important to the Percy Jackson series. Mm-hmm. But the fact that Rick went with the whole, oh yeah, Pan is dead, or missing, or, like, something has happened to Pan. Fun fact for you, that is a mistranslation. So somebody was trying to tell, like, what they think it was that somebody was trying to tell some guy named Tammuz, the great Pan is dead. But actually, the translation is, the all-great Tammuz is dead, who is a different deity from an entirely different pantheon of gods.
Yeah.
Mesopotamian. Who is also a god of shepherds. Ooh, fun.
I have questions.
Because of course we have to draw some things. I believe that Tammuz is I want to say, like, kind of like maybe a Persephone figure. Although here it puts him with, like, Adonis. Mm-hmm. And you could also say he's kind of like Dionysus in that way. Ha 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 ha. Fun.
It's always Dionysus.
Everybody is fucking Dionysus. So, the great god Pan is dead is just, it's not true. And I believe we knew this by the time that Rick was writing these books
Probably.
infuriates me a little bit, because I'm just like, but that's not true. Pan was never dead. His worship never stopped. Just, it didn't happen. Technically, okay, so there's like the horned god in Wicca.
Okay.
And
yeah, that makes sense.
He's often like thought to be like either Pan or that he could be. But it's like, because the horned god is like a god of like fertility and things. No, he's not Satan.
I like how that's like something on here that, like, no, he just has horns.
Do we need to talk about that for like 2 seconds about what the fuck were the Christians thinking?
Where did it go? I swear I saw that somewhere.
It's like, it's under influence. Yeah.
It's right above neo-paganism.
Yeah, so the Christians based Satan off of Pan.
Yeah.
It says. Which is why, of course, pandemonium is a thing. Yeah, you get it. I don't know where else pandemonium is a thing besides in Paradise Lost. That's like the Hall of Satan.
Oh, I'm like, my mind is blown right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
As much as I don't think, I think Pan kind of sucks, he's not Satan. Just want to put that out there. He's not. Yeah, I like the fact that he even mentions here that, like, the Jews did not have these thoughts about, like, Lucifer and the serpent, and then it's just like the Christians just like were weird. Is the summary of the next statement. Christians were like, yeah, we're just gonna base this off of this guy because he sucks, and we don't like pagans.
Yeah. Did we really?
Okay, so I don't even know if I could pronounce that. I was gonna say like the other deities that the horned god is based off of. There's Cernunnos, if that's even, it's Celtic. That's probably not at all how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I see it, and I'm not gonna try.
I tried. And then there's a Hindu god,
Pashupati.
Pashupati?
Yeah.
Pashupati. Yeah. That's easier. Why is it easier to pronounce the Hindu names?
For the most part, Hindu names are pretty, like, pronounce them as you see them.
Yeah.
They're not normally, like, super...
It's all the Celtic languages, especially Welsh, that just... No.
The Hindu gods aren't trying to trick you into how to pronounce their names. They're just like, yeah, I am Vishnu.
Thank you, Hindu gods, for being nice. Welsh gods, you suck. I don't mean to make fun of anybody. I'm just like, I can't. It's hard.
True.
Growing up speaking English and learning this, it's so hard. Anyway,
let's do Duolingo Greek together.
Oh no, I don't want to. Do you want to have your fun fact about the Duolingo owl?
Oh.
Have you mentioned that on the pod
I don't
yet?
think so. I live 2 blocks, well, right now, from the Duolingo headquarters. I'll be driving to the grocery store, and on my way back, he'll just be watching me as I drive home. It's so scary. He's so close to me. He's so close. The headquarters isn't even in, like, the downtown part of Pittsburgh. It's, like, out... I don't live in downtown. I live, like, in one of the neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It scares me.
It's fine.
It scares me.
Even more reason for your symbol to be an owl.
It's a good thing I'm moving, like, I'll be 5 blocks away from him in June.
Wow.
Moving a little further away. He'll still know where I am.
He always knows.
Oh, no, I'm sad.
Yeah, so the summary of this myth corner is not every god with horns and that is goat-like is Satan. The Christians are weird. Pan is not dead, but also Pan kind of sucks. Do I need to have a moral every time? I feel like that's fun.
If you can come up with a moral. Oh, I got one for you. Off of the dreams one. Dreams are the things that connect all religions. That and flood myths.
Yes. I like that. I love that so much.
I did a thing.
Dreams and flood myths.
The things that bring us all together.
Imagine, like, a dream about a flood myth.
Oh god. Cursed image.
The ultimate crossover.
Cursed image.
You're welcome. Should we get into the actual chapter now?
That'd be great.
That I've rambled and I've scarred you for life. Please.
I just thought about the statue again.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say, listeners, if you really want to scar yourself for life, look at that statue.
Don't.
But don't. But actually don't. I was getting my tabs together last night and I saw that like right before I went to bed. So
I'm gonna make
cursed images at 3 a.m.
I'm gonna make Joe look at it so that I'm not alone.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but you're not here.
Wait 5 seconds.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's talk about our 8-page chapter.
The shortest chapter in this series.
No, I think
possibly.
I think there's one in Heroes of Olympus that is just 1 page.
I mean, okay, Heroes of Olympus also just has like shorter chapters like in general. It has like 2 chapters per thing, you know?
I'm pretty sure one of the books just has one of the characters saying "ah" for a whole page.
When that happens,
that's the entire episode.
The entire episode, it's just gonna be it's gonna be me going "ah,"
and then roll credits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that should be a trailer.
our
trailer for the podcast.
Our Heroes of Olympus trailer is just
it's me going "ah," and then we get Nora's music to play.
Yep.
Like right after that.
Yep. Perfect.
Listen to Of the Eldest Gods.
Yeah, so they're just having a shitty camp out.
And I just want to say, Annabeth, you lucky bitch. You can just fall asleep immediately.
Yeah, it took me an hour and a half, 2 hours last night to fall asleep, and I was sitting in a bed.
Same. I can't fall asleep as soon as my head hits the ground.
Like, I get they had a long day, but...
It's just, you're so lucky, man. I can't do that shit.
I like how Grover went up in the tree. That's just cute.
Well, he's got his like... winged shoes, so he wants to...
His flappy shoes.
I don't know. Flappy shoes. It's like Flappy Bird.
But with shoes.
Please make an edit of this, somebody.
Rip Flappy Bird.
You were loved.
And then we get our introduction to Pan because people are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also Pam. Okay, so I have like 2 thoughts on like Pam, like the cooking spray, but also like I think of Pam like just like a name like a woman's
Pamela.
name.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, Pam is like it's also a Karen name.
Yeah. That's fair. I feel like especially if they go by Pam rather than Pamela.
Yes.
If you go by Pamela, you might be a little more sophisticated, but as soon as you go to Pam, full Karen. I'm sorry
Yes.
if you're listening and your name is Pam.
Or your mother's name is.
They're not listening.
Still, I don't want to just randomly insult somebody's mother.
Fair enough, I guess. I like when Percy says, "Oh yeah, I guess you'd be an environmentalist," and Grover just glares.
Only a human wouldn't be.
Like, that's so actually fair, considering just the human race's track record with environmentalism.
I mean, Grover, I understand that you're mad, but also, he's a child. Calm down just a little bit.
Yeah,
you can teach him.
Yeah, like, he's 12. You have time to help him.
You have time to teach him your ways.
It's useless to lecture a human,
on the other
though.
hand, we're lost causes.
Yeah.
So.
I really like how when he says Pan, and you get that weird, like, moment of the smell of berries and wildflowers covering up, like, the stinking of trash and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's really good imagery of, like, there is still that tiny glimmer of hope about, like, that things could change.
Yeah, there is. Also, the fact that Grover has to call him the Great God Pan just annoys me. Because that's the phrase, Great God Pan is dead. Anyway.
Yeah. The god of wild places.
Disappeared 2,000 years ago. God damn.
Did Jesus kill him?
Actually, Pan is Jesus. See, Pan is not Satan. Pan is Jesus.
It was Jesus all along?
Jesus was the friends we made along the way. Christians, I'm doing your work for you.
Yeah, come on. I like how they assume that Pan is sleeping. Maybe he's just doing his own shit, guys. Maybe he just doesn't want to mess with... Maybe he's, like, in witness protection program. Like, maybe he
he's
shouldn't
actually
be found.
dead.
Fair. But, it's very sad when you think that all of these satyrs keep going out to find Pan, and all of them disappear.
And it's like, oh yeah, we have to go find him. Like, bro, maybe don't.
After 2,000 years, if you didn't find him...
I mean, like, Grover, you do you, bro. But, like...
If he is alive, he obviously doesn't want to be found.
Yeah. Just, It's not a great idea. Poor Uncle Ferdinand. Again.
Rip. And then
And the fact that Grover hasn't seen his dad since he left.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that he's still willing to go. You do you, man. I am gonna... No. Nope.
I'm gonna not do that.
Nope.
Just because.
Just because I can. And then we find out... Percy, like, tries to change the subject because it's getting heavy and he's starting to think about his own issues. So he's like, let's just move on to, like, the current issue rather than our dreams.
And Percy's like, how are we gonna get into the underworlds? And then Grover changed the subject, like, immediately. And he's like, Annabeth was telling me something.
Oh, I forgot Annabeth will have a plan all figured out.
I mean, she's Annabeth. She always has a plan, of course.
I mean, I think, like, he shouldn't have said it so sarcastically. Like, her mother is the god of war strategy, like...
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have to be Annabeth's whole personality to, like, be Athena.
That's fair.
Be a child of Athena.
That's fair. I'm just saying.
We do
see
like...
her change that model as the stories go through.
It's one of those, like, things, because I feel like I brought this up before, where, like, you know how in, like, we get the children's, or, like, young adult media where, like, you have to, like, sort yourself into houses or, like, factions or whatever, where it's like, this is the personality that you have to have. Yeah. Because you were this archetype. And Annabeth's like, well, I'm a child of Athena, I have to be like this. Yeah. You know? It's just...
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
You can break the mold a little bit. I think you can... Like, Percy's a child of Poseidon without trying to be. Yeah. He doesn't try to be like his dad. He just kind of is.
Yeah. Whereas it seems like she's just... She needs to be. She's got the
pressure on her.
She needs to be because that's all she's ever known. Mm-hmm. And then we find out that...
Yeah, that...
Grover's first keeper job was with Annabeth, but Grover completely changes the subject again.
He didn't technically confirm that, but, like, Percy was like, oh, wait, 5 years ago? But Percy's putting it together.
So Annabeth noticed that there's something strange with the kindly ones saying they were asking where is it rather than where is he, which you mentioned when we talked about that situation, which, like, I didn't clock, to be honest.
That's because I've read this book so many times. Like, it's been a while, but, like, at the same time, I remember, like, specific details about the plot.
The thing is I just reread them last summer, and I read over it and didn't even... So...
Yeah. I mean, I also watched the movie a lot of times, and she says the same thing in the movie.
Oh, does
so,
she?
Like, I can hear movie Mrs. Dodds being like, where is it? In my head.
Last time I watched that movie, I was in my teenage years, probably.
It's been a while, but I watched it enough times where it's like, I can just watch it in my head, where I don't need to watch it physically. Same with all the Harry Potter movies.
Never seen one.
Taylor.
Someday, maybe. Maybe. I'll think about it.
I think it's funny, though, that, like, Grover's like, the where is it where, and Percy's like, asking about me. Yeah. Okay, like... Percy, you're an it now.
Yeah.
But, like, Grover's like, wait, no, maybe they're talking about an object, dude? Like...
Yeah, and then Percy finally is like...
I haven't been straight with you. Well, Percy, guess what? I haven't been straight with you either. I'm not straight.
And he's just like...
Please tweet that.
Will do. Percy's just like, I want to bring back my mother. I don't give a fuck about anything else. And we get that Grover can read emotions things again. And he's just like, are you sure that's the only reason? And Grover
Percy
thinks
just wants to...
He wants somebody to love him.
Yeah. Listen, this boy has daddy issues.
Yeah. He didn't exactly have a stepdad that could really fill that void.
And he definitely got, like, love from his mom, so...
Yeah, and I think with her not being there, he's looking for
he's
wherever
looking for
he can.
a parental unit of some sort. And Chiron did not really do the thing.
I just feel bad for Percy.
As you should.
And Grover takes the watch because Percy was supposed to, but Grover can't sleep because all he can think about is Pan. So, then we get our dream.
Oh, this is a wonderful dream. So Percy's surrounded by the spirits of the dead. They're tugging at his clothes.
They're trying to keep him from going closer to the pit, which normally when you associate with, like, the spirits of the dead, you'd think they'd be wanting to pull him down. So you know that it's bad when the spirits of the dead are like, nah, fam, don't do that.
I wonder what this pit is surrounded by dead people. I wonder what it is.
My soul.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. But, like, we get this voice again. And just, he talks about how it's so, like, cold and heavy.
Yeah. And it tries to bargain with him, saying, I'll give you your mother. And then it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, like, and then the spirits of the dead are finally whispering, no, wake. And then he realizes him being there isn't them trying to pull him into the pit, it's trying to pull itself out. Yeah. So what's in the pit?
Well...
It's an unpitting video.
No, I was just reminded of a thing. So we talked about Satan a lot, and then we were talking about a pit, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like that Doctor Who episode, the Satan pit.
No, that episode like freaked.
Yeah, that episode's fucking scary.
There are not many episodes of Doctor Who that I find scary. That was a fucking nightmare.
Are you my mummy?
Yeah,
was that not scary?
That's the other episode that I cannot handle. So he finally wakes up. He missed his chance to be the Watch, because he was dead in his sleep.
Oh, that's why it's significant that she says the zombie lives, because he was...
Yeah.
He was with the dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I like how she tossed him a bag of nacho-flavored corn chips, because we apparently can't say the word Doritos here without having to pay Doritos.
I feel like you could say that.
Doritos, let us know. I'm curious.
I feel like you can get away with saying some brand names more in books, at least, than in movies. But maybe I'm incorrect.
I don't know. Editing friends, how does that work?
Yeah. Talk to us.
Yeah, please. So there's Grover sitting with our new friend, Gladiola. It's a little poodle.
Yeah, this, like, pink poodle. Say hello to the poodle, Taylor.
Hi, poodle.
I just love that line, though, where Annabeth's like, say hello to the poodle.
I said hello to the poodle, you say hello to the poodle. And, like, you know what? Good for Gladiola being willing to go back to his family, even though he doesn't want to. You know, just to help them out. Well, help Grover out.
Is 200 enough? Is that enough money for them?
So Joe and I were just looking at Amtrak train tickets because we were bored. These are the things we do.
Okay.
And no, it would not have been enough for all three of them. At least in 2021, maybe 2005? I don't know.
Okay, there's gotta be, like, a site for, like, figuring that out. Something like an inflation calculator or something. Okay. I think I got a calculator. So 2021. This is 2005. This book came out.
Yes.
So, okay, how much are the tickets now?
Hold on, I'm looking here. So if we're going from...
How you doing editing, Taylor? Are you drinking water? I hope you are.
Probably not. We'll just go from Newark, just to make it easy. Let's go from Newark to Los Angeles.
And what's it say?
We'll pretend we're leaving tomorrow, and we have... We have 3 people.
And it's one way.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. Okay. To get 3 people on coach, $1,446.
Damn. Okay. Like $1,500? Yeah, they don't have enough.
Well, yeah, they're going from New Jersey to Los Angeles. I don't know how they thought that was gonna work.
I have adjusted for, like, the inflation, and apparently it's only, like... It's still, like, $1,100.
Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
That don't work. Rick, what magical world are you living in where Amtrak tickets cost, like, less than $200 for 3 people?
Yeah, so would not work. And that's the end.
Maybe we'll find out in the next chapter if they, like, actually bought tickets to LA or if they bought tickets to, like, somewhere else.
Okay, so I looked at the very first, like, line here, and they spent 2 days on the Amtrak train heading west through hills, over rivers, past amber waves of grain. So they somehow got on the Amtrak. That's as far as we know. Okay. Oh, it does tell us. This is looking ahead, but as far as Denver.
So that's where they were trying to head?
That's how far their tickets stretched.
Can you adjust for that in your...
Yes, I am. If I can get it to load. Oh, yeah, it's still gonna be ridiculous. Oh, hold on. I forgot to multiply.
For 3 people?
Yeah, I forgot to hit that button. It's 807 to go to Denver.
Okay. So, they're $400 short. It would cost, like, $200 a piece.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Still don't work. We tried.
Now I did too much math. Now I can't do math the rest of the week.
Good for you.
Just kidding. I teach. I have to think.
Oh, I have one more comment about this chapter.
Oh, okay.
So canonically, dogs can read English.
Yeah. I don't think that was a question I had.
I don't know if it's a question. That's just a comment. Dogs can read English. Did you not know that? Yeah.
Sounds about right.
All right, Taylor. What are you plugging?
This week I am going to plug Brother Bear. I just rewatched it last week with Joseph, who has
Brother Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'd only ever seen it once when he was younger, so we watched it while I'm still doing my Disney watch through. And man, I can still quote that entire movie, and I haven't seen it in a few years. I'm very proud of myself. It's such a good movie.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
I'm not dead!
Stop telling everybody I'm dead!
Yeah, it's such a good movie. And then, it's one of, 3 or 4 movies that has ever made me cry.
Alright.
It came out when I was 5, and I saw it in theaters. And near the end of the movie, I was completely bawling. Tears streaming down my face. I was not okay.
Wow.
It was so, so it has... I don't cry very easily at media, but 5-year-old me could not handle the part where K9 tells Coda about what actually happened.
I didn't used to cry that much at media, but, in the past few years, I cry a lot.
I think because I cry so much about my actual life, I don't have any tears left to cry about people's fictional lives.
Maybe it's because I hide tears too much from my actual life. That, when I see a piece of media...
There you go.
I start bawling.
We're the opposite. It's fine. But yeah, so Brother Bear. You should... If you have never seen Brother Bear, you should watch Brother Bear. It's adorable.
You should watch Brother Bear.
And it's got music from Phil Collins, which is always a good time.
Yes. The other Phil Collins movie, other than Tarzan.
I hate Tarzan, so that's just a me issue.
That is a I was about to say that's a me issue. No, that's a you issue.
I just
It's a...
never liked it. But I did watch
Alright.
it during my rewatch. I've not skipped any movies, even if I don't like them.
You don't love the really graphic death of Clayton?
Yo, I pointed that out to Joe because he didn't notice it at first. It's always so fun to point out to people who've never noticed it.
I feel like I only caught that, like, in the last couple years. Like, somebody told me.
Yeah, it's...
And I was like, what?
Yeah, if
I
you're not...
didn't know he died.
If you're not
I just thought he
looking
fell.
for it... If you're not looking for it, it is pretty easy to miss.
I honestly just thought he fell to the ground and that was it.
Okay.
Because I didn't really care about him as a character, so I was just like, okay.
Yeah, see,
whatever.
I just didn't care about anybody in that movie, so I was like... Except for Kala. Kala didn't deserve any bad things to happen to her.
That's his mom, right?
Yeah.
But what about Turk? And... Fuck, what's the elephant's name? I love them.
Turk
Anyway.
and Gantor.
Gantor.
No, sorry, Tantor. It's a T.
Tantor.
Yes.
I knew it was close.
Yes.
Anyway, I have a plug. That's right.
Oh yeah, do your plug.
So I've recently been watching some more YouTube again. It's been a while. Besides OSP, I feel like I only watch like OSP at this point. But I finally got into watching some YouTubers that I like, and one of them is John Solo, who has like some good mythology explained stuff as well. So I gotta be plugging like my people who also love to explain the myths and legends. He also does fairy tales and things too. It's some good shit. It's very much my shit.
Love a good fairy tale.
And yes, it's John Solo, like as in Han Solo, but with a John instead of a Han.
Is it John? Jon?
Jon.
Okay, there we go. That's helpful.
You're welcome.
Lovely. Do you have anything else for us?
I didn't have very many notes on this, so I think we're good.
Yeah, neither of us, like, we apologize that the chapter discussion was very sparse. The chapter was very sparse.
Hey, I got to rant about Pan.
Which is always a good time.
Yeah. Pan is not Satan. He is Jesus.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Nope, I'm done. I'm out. Taylor, get the fuck out of your closet.
You can follow the podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send an iris message to us through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. You can follow me, Taylor, at Taylor from Cabin 6 on Instagram, and Historical Femme, spelled FEMME, on Twitter. Catch me on episodes of the Restricted Section, Hell from Elsewhere, and True Stories of a Tryhard.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, mainly Instagram and Tumblr. But on Twitter, I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm not salty about. No, not at all. I also have an art Instagram that I sometimes use at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mack. That's MACK. And I also have another podcast called Fandom's Gone Wrong, where my mom and I talk about movies, TV shows, books, and whatever other fandoms we enjoy. You can find that on all the major podcasting apps.
Our music was written by Nora Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian Emmerich. You can find Nora at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your pod. She's the host of Siblings and Fandoms, where Nora and her sister Maddie talk about fandoms they're part of, ones they're not, and everything in between. She's also the host of Modern Musical Origin, which is an informative show delving into the history of different instruments and styles of music. You can find both of those pods on all the major podcasting apps. We are proud to be a part of the Movie Night Crew Network, which features the Restricted Section, a chapter-by-chapter Harry Potter pod with lots of spoilers all the time, and the Movie Night crew. Join some friends as they react to some terrible, some meh, and some really great movies.
What's up, potheads? It's me, your host, Christina. Welcome to the restricted section. No, we're not in Hogwarts. It's like a metaphor. Do you get it? Like, we're raunchy, and we get drunk, and we make sex jokes, and we have an all spoilers all the time policy, so, you know, it's like the restricted section. I've been told that explaining jokes makes them funnier. If you've ever wondered how the Marauders map actually works, if you've ever thought that maybe Snape sometimes wears jeans, if you've ever thought that Draco and Harry are for sure in love, I mean, they're for sure in love. If you've ever had a hard time deciding who you'd rather bang, Bill or Charlie, obviously Charlie, then this podcast is for you. You don't even have to do the reading, we'll do it for you. Catch the restricted section every Wednesday wherever you get your podcasts, and find us online at Restricted Section Pod.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
The entire chapter can be summed up as an environmentalist rant.
That movie sucked.
I kind of liked it.
Movie Night Crew Network.